What up, everybody? It's your girls alive from Kickback, Couture. Today, I'm gonna show you how to get your weak 808's to rattle the trunk. Alright, let's go. Alright, so I have an 808 here. This is from the Reason Sound Factory. So specifically, if you come over to Reason Sounds and you go to bass and you go to synth bass, it is the third bass down. This is the 808 I'm using. Alright, so let's hear it by itself. And then I'm going to add this kick to it. Now, right off the bat, you may hear some confliction between these two sounds. There is a click in the 808 that is competing with the kick, and it kind of sounds off-putting. Also, I would say we can hear the 808. We hear the sub-frequencies a lot more than we do the high frequencies. So we're going to fix that. But the first thing I want to do is turn this click down here. So now we'll hear more bounce. And let's hear this 808 by itself. And that's a big difference from this in terms of it now not having to compete with the kick transient, which is the very beginning of the kick. That's that punch. And we don't want the click in the 808 because we got the kick kicking. See how that sounds better now, as opposed to that. Now the next thing is that 808 isn't really standing out. So I have sub bass Dr. 808, and yes, this is sub bass Dr. 808, but we don't have to use it for the sub specifically in this case. So let's go ahead and get this kick off. Alright, here we are. This is the Couture. Here's saturation. This is the sub. Here we have input, and here we have output. We have an on and off switch. There's nothing going on in this meter. It means it's not on. So we'll make sure that's on. Let's start with turning up the input. And let's add some saturation. And that already sounds better. Let's add the Couture and see what happens. Here's some sub-frequency energy. And moving that. So I really like how this sounds. Now, before I continue with sub bass, we could go look at what's already here. We have a pulverizer and we have a maximizer. You may wonder, why don't we just use the pulverizer or the maximizer? Well, let's mess with it and see. I bypassed sub bass Dr. 808. We got squash and dirt here. This is a compressor, essentially pulverizer, with many different settings on it. And we also have a maximizer down here. The input gain is all the way up. Limiter's on, soft clip is on. We can mess with the amount. It's not going to change our sound too much unless we change the output gain, which is essentially turning it up. And we don't want to turn it up. So I'm going to undo all of my recent changes here. And that should be everything. Alright, well, let's hear this in context of the beat. And let's make sure this is on. Awesome. Nothing soloed. Alright, we'll drag that melody back in. And make some subtle changes here before we hit play. Bring down the feedback and the mix level. All right, let's hear it. So, big difference in how that 808 sounds. If I bypass it, on, off, by itself, sub bass off, sub bass Dr. 808, on. And you can hear that excitement going on in the 808. It's just the right touch. So that is all I wanted to show y'all today. Let me know what you would like to see next. It's all Couture, Kickback, Cook Up. I'll leave the link to Sub Bass Dr. 808 down in the description so you can check it out. There's also a 7-day free trial so you can experiment with it for yourself.